Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to HTML tables. Prior to this session, we have already discussed various topics related to HTML table. So if you have not watched those sessions, then I recommend you to please go and firstly check out those sessions because these all sessions in a playlist are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Okay, so now today in this session we are going to mainly focus on the call group tag, like what is call group, why do we need it. So these all things we are going to utilize, we are going to discuss in this particular session. Okay, so we will proceed in the same way. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement. Firstly, we will create some basic table because we want to use a call group and call group is applied on table only. So first need is to create the basic table, and once the table is created, then we will understand the requirement, like why do we really need it, the call group, and then we will see the syntax how to use the call group in a table. Clear? So yeah, this is how we are going to proceed with this session. And right now, like you can see here, we are using the basic HTML document. The basic syntax is already written over here. Okay, so if I save it and refresh it, so you can see it is printing this just only this text HTML by Tech Sharmit. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Now, as I mentioned that we are going to talk about call group, so it's required to create one table. So let's create one table. So to create the table, what we will do, we will write here after heading, just use the table tag. All right, now we will head the table head. So let's go with a t head. So these all things we have already discussed, like what is table tag, what is t head, and even we have discussed each and everything in a detailed way in a separate sessions, right? So you can just go and check out, so it would be very easy for you to understand today's topic. Okay, so t head we have added, then we will add th. Okay, fine. So the first name we will give here is student id. Okay, student id. Likewise, we will copy this th three times. Second one, we will make it as student name and then student ct. Okay, fine. Just save it and see what output we are getting here. So you can see now it is coming like this: student id, student name, and student city. All right, now it's time to add some rows or the data. So for that, we will add here tr to define the row. Here we will write td to define the data, and in td we will write some sample data, for example 001. Let's copy it, paste it, make it as Sharmit, Sharmit. This is just a name, and then copy it, paste it again. Here we will provide the city name as city, or maybe we can make it as age just to write in a shorter way. So we will write age as 20. Just save it, refresh your browser, so you can see the data is coming like this only. Okay, fine. So now what we will do, we will prepare some more sample data just to have a good look and feel in the output screen. So I'll just paste it here. Let's make it 002. Here we will write it as Amit, age is 21, and save your code and refresh your browser. So you can see it is coming like this: 002, Amit, and 21. Then paste the table again, and this time we will make it as 003, and here we will change the name to let's say Krishna, and 2020. Save it and refresh it, so you can see it is coming like this. Okay, now we are ready with the basic table, and whenever you are doing practice for the HTML table, I always recommend you to please create a table with at least 3 to 5 row at least. Okay, because if you create more rows, more columns, then the things would be more clear to you. Okay, so it's a better practice to use multiple rows and multiple columns for your HTML table. In projects, like there is a need, so accordingly we will prepare, but when you are doing practice, so I suggest you to go and create multiple rows and column. Fine, so now we are ready with the table. it's time to apply some border to it. So for that we will just go to the table tag. Here we will write border and 5px. Okay, save it and refresh it. All right, now we will talk about the call group, like why do we need call group, what is call group, and how to use it. The first thing, if I explain you what is call group in a simpler layman term, then you can see whenever you want to highlight particular columns from a table, or you can see the particular group of columns from the table, then in that case we will utilize call group. Again, I'm repeating the definition. When you want to highlight or show some columns of the table different to others, then in that case we will utilize the call group tag. Okay. Now we got to understand, like it is clear like what is call group, right? Now it's time to see what is how we can use call group. Okay, so to use call group you are supposed to use call group tag that I will show you how to use. So let's go to the code again. In table we will write here call group, call group. Okay, then simply close it. We are ready with the call group. Now we will use another tag which is call tag, and this is self-closing tag. Okay, so just simply write call. Oh, all right, so we are ready with this call tag. Okay, so after writing this call tag we are supposed to provide some information. So now those who know about the call span, row span, then it would be very easy for them to understand it, because we are going to use span attribute. Okay, the first attribute that we are going to apply is span attribute. So let's apply it. So here in call we will write span and the value would be 2. Save it, refresh it. So you will see there is nothing impacted, right? Because we have not applied anything yet. So it's time to apply some style here. So style and background color and aqua. Okay, so save it, refresh it. So now you can see it, we have provided span as 2, so it makes the group of 2 columns and applied that property to both the columns together. So by doing this, what we are doing, we are highlighting a specific column from here. So you can see the third one is student age. For example, just assume in a project you are supposed to show student ID and student data on a table, and you don't want to highlight the student age. So in that case, what we can do, we have two options. Either we can go and write a logic here, means we can apply a style separately for each row and each column. Instead of that, what we can do, we can use this call span, and using then, sorry, not call span, call group. So using this call group you can apply some similar type of properties to multiple group of column, means multiple columns or group of columns. Okay, likewise, like if you want to change, let's say width, I want to change it the width for this, so I can make it as like this, 50px, refresh it. So now you can see it is coming in a 50px. Likewise we can make it as 500px. Okay, so this is how we can utilize this um, call group, call column, call tag, as well as call group. Okay, similarly if let's say I want to align something, so I can write it here, save it, refresh it. Okay, I think, yeah, this thing I'll tell you later, but for now you can just see what we are doing. Don't get confused, like we will just make a simpler thing for now, and then later we will explain you all the other things. Okay, so let's copy it again, and for example I want to make the third column as well with some properties. Instead of aqua we will go with a red color, so let's mark it as a red, background color, red. Save it, refresh it. So you can see now it is coming in a red color. So this is how we can apply some properties to a group of columns as per our requirement. Right now we have only 3 columns, but it might be possible there in a project there are multiple columns in your table, and from that columns, like you want to apply some uh, properties to a group of columns, then in that case you can use call group function. One more thing, don't think that there is another option of row group. There's nothing like that. Okay, we have only this call group tag only. Clear? So now the next thing is, like, what will happen if I select call span here as 3. So what it will do, it will select only all three columns and fourth one is blank. So once anyone provided value to fourth, for example, if I created the fourth column, it will automatically come with a red color. So let me show you just that. I just saved it and now you can see it is coming with a red color because for 3 span we have applied this property, and for the 1 span means after that 3 already selected, so after that we are specifying it as 1. So don't get confused that it is a span number or a column number. It is a count of column, like 1 to 3 column, then after that 1 column. So likewise it will work. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.